Welcome to the Starting Over Podcast, where we look at the strategies, tactics, and mechanics behind the game of heroclix. I'm your host, Edward Shelton, aka Dark Logos, and this is where we're looking at part 2 of this episode. Go if you haven't listened to part 1. Part 1 is the process of me lamenting about black characters in heroclix and me trying to figure out the reverse flash is black or not. Yeah. And then I have a general list of characters, which I will be building my 1,000 point team from. Let's get started. Now, if you want to know the list of characters, just go ahead and listen to the previous episode, and you will understand why I picked who I picked. But pretty much I listed just about almost all the modern age heroclix that are black. And I'm just going to do a count and just sort of let you know, like, out of all your figures, this is about how many are black. 'Cause I think I actually picked up all of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Actually, hold up, wait. I messed up my counting. I need to start from the bottom because it's a little bit easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Clint Triathlon. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Amanda Waller. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Bishop. 38. So out of all your modern age sets, 38 minus 1 or 2 here and there. Actually, probably maybe about 5. I probably missed about 5. So let's just say out of all your sets, you have 43 black characters to pick from. Yay. Diversity. All right. So, let's look at it. So first off, we got to figure out who our main attackers are going to be. We need to preferably get some like Endom going, and get some early preference for those figures, which sadly, like, here we go. Black Manta. So Black Manta, you're most likely down for the cause. So you're definitely here. Misty Knight, no Endom. No willpower either. GW Bridge. You have willpower, so GW Bridge, you're staying on it. Fatality, definitely, is staying. John Stewart, you're staying because we can't have a team without you, John Stewart. When he retires, oh gosh, it's going to suck. Triathlon 3D man, no. Okay. I already know Rage has it, but you're most likely going to get kicked Rage. Yep, you haven't Dom. Because Whiz Kids, you know? Because Whiz Kids. How the heck does Captain Universe not have Power Cosmic? Like, I really want to know, like, what conversation went down where she just couldn't have Power Cosmic flat out? Like, what did they say? Like, you know, see, this is when the bad parts of Edward Shelton comes out, because then I end up starting to say stuff that I regret later. Is when I start looking at this stuff. Okay, Luke Cage has Endom. I think Spectrum can get willpower. Yeah, she can get willpower. Power Man does not have Endom. Nick Fury Jr. does not. Does the other Nick Fury? Yes, the good Nick Fury Jr. has Endom, and Captain America doesn't because Whiz Kids. Superman 2, I hate you so much. I hate you. Hate you. Blade, no. Okay, so anyway. You know what's sad? You know what's really sad for me? I love Blue Marvel in the comics, and I bet if I read Superman 2, I would love him too. But to look at this crap that WizKids made of them, it's a mockery. It really is a mockery. Oh yeah, I forgot. Blue Marvel, you have freaking willpower. All right, so when we start looking at our people with willpower, we can sort of notice some things. Oh, forgot. Bishop, you have willpower too, so yeah. So we're spending a good chunk of our points here. And if we play everybody with willpower and willpower attacking, then we're definitely over. But we got to keep pressure up because there is like no good shenanigans built in here, like at all. Like, yeah, at all. Like nobody does anything cool, like except like pick powers, which is sort of sad. Like just for black character design and all. Anyway, so because of that, we're at a disadvantage. Okay, so this is where the purge starts to happen. So then we have to ask ourselves here, like, let's look at our damage values. And this is the sad part, because when we start looking at our damage values, it's like, okay, Bishop, 3 base damage, War Machine from Invincible Iron Man, 4 base damage, Black Manta, 4 base damage. So War Machine shouldn't be on there. He doesn't have willpower. Black Manta, 4 base damage. GW Bridge 2, but he probably has something dumb like can use out. Yeah, he doesn't have anything that makes his damage go up. Oh no, he could pick Range Combat Expert. So yeah. Black Lightning has enhancement. And why did I pick Black Lightning? Oh, never mind. So Black Lightning, you need to go away. All right, Rage. You know what? Screw Rage. I'm just off of principle. I'm getting rid of him. He's gone. He's gone. Falcon doesn't have it. Luke Cage, 3 damage. Yeah. Spectrum, 3 damage. Blue Marvel, 4 damage. Nick Fury, 3. Yeah, like, yeah, I had to like pick up John Stewart. Like, John Stewart, even with 3 damage, has RCE with his attack. So it's like, yeah, you got to. So it's a bit disappointing. Now, when you start looking at ranges, this is where like the rebalancing act comes in, because GW Bridge, he only has one little cool thing, which is GW Bridge can use Outwit. When he does, he may use it to target any number of characters within range and line of fire that can use the same team ability. Now, in this format, in a larger point game, you're most likely not going to get a whole bunch of people with the same team ability. So GW Bridge, unfortunately, can go because I can't make a theme team using GW Bridge. So, where'd you go, GW Bridge? You're hiding from me. You're hiding. All right, so the purge has commenced. All right. Now there are some people, well, some characters that I feel bad because I keep skipping them every year, like Tyrock. Like, you know, Tyrock. He's okay. He's not exceptional. Like, there's better figures. And then you have Black Panther, which empower, leadership, outwit. It's not bad, but at 100 points, is it worth 1/10 of my team for him to possibly like not take a darn token off? You know, no. Him being a wild card and just looking at the TAs I have 1 PD, a couple of Shield, a Superman TA, in Justice League, X-Men, Avengers. Like, nah, it's not worth it. So we gotta get rid of Black Panther. So Black Panther falls to the purge. Okay, Centauris is pretty good because he can modify our attack value by 2 when he uses Perplex. So he's probably going to survive the purge. Now, he also has an effect there. Opposing characters can't target friendlies with Perplex, which is probably the only shenanigan that I can get. So, yeah. Okay, so there we go. All right. All right. So let's keep looking through Misty Knight. I gotta look at you like correctly because your duo has failed many years on getting on the Black History Month team. No, it got on 1 year. I think it got on 1 year. Close combat expert. Misty Knight can use leadership when she does sees friendly characters to share a keyword with her. Can use side step. Okay. Defender detective pulling. Yeah, that's gonna suck. Misty Knight, you might not make it. She might not make it. Okay. Korath the Pursuer at 100 points. He can get beefy. That's the thing. Korath in a couple of turns could get beefy. Yeah, but it's going to cost me my objects. So, but it only modifies his attack and his defense. So the best he can get is a 20 defense, but also like a 13 attack for in-cap or energy explosion. So, no. Okay, so Korath, many years I've thought about using you. Not like that. Okay, so Korath at 100 is gone. All right, Exus, you got to justify yourself. Oh, prop, yep, you're staying. Saw how fast that went. It's like, yeah, you have prob, you get to stay. We have a special spot for you, too. Okay, Black Lightning, you're bringing the enhancement, so you might end up staying. Triathlon, he's Triathlon and 3D Man are most likely strong ends. Definitely since 3D Man allows us to get rid of some stuff. So within 6 squares in line of fire, can't use shape change or stealth. So yeah. Defense rifle. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, 3D Man is definitely saying Falcon. We got Cap Falcon. So no, you're gone. Night Thrasher. I've never played Night Thrasher. Okay, stealth and toughness. So I have perma stealth. He can get around elevated terrain, so that's nice. That'll throw people for a loop. Night for leadership when he does. He's considered. He's then any friendly character with new warriors. No, so that's not useful whatsoever. I do like the fact that a lot of my black characters here are leaders. I do like that. But Night Thrasher, you have to go. You don't serve the collective. All right. Let's see here. Blue Marvel. Yep, so Nick Fury Jr. from the standard set, you're gone. Because you do not have a place on this team if GW Bridge is gone. Alright. Coldcast, you stay because of TK. Blade, are you going to stay? Modifies defensive rifle 20 is target by mind control. Other characters can't use energy, make attacks against Blade. That doesn't help. Blade can use charge or stealth. When he uses charge, he can use improvement when he ignores entering terrain. Nope, doesn't help. Blade can use super senses. At the beginning of your turn, if Blade hasn't taken damage since your last turn, you may. Ooh! He could be very beefy, but at the same time, he could die rather quick. So we're gonna drop Blade. That puts me at 3,197 points, people. Yeah. So let's see. All right. So now we have some favorites here. So Centaurus, Black Manta, Captain America, Winter Soldier, Falcon, you're gone. I'm sorry. I thought you might make it, but you can't make it. Fatality, Misty Knight, John Stewart, Core the Pursuer at 50, XS, Reverse Flash. Just because I'm curious, Triathlon, 3D Man, Captain Universe, just might make it because she has Perplex up front. Just might. Luke Cage is questionable right now, but Luke Cage would pair off well with Blue Marvel and Spectrum to up their defense. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, anyway, let's see. War Machine at 200 points. More than one opposing character range combat attack. He can use probability control for the attack. So that's not bad. He could prob himself, so I don't have to use the excess prob on him. And he has energy shield deflection. It's just the fact he doesn't have Endom that really hurts him. And I don't have access to support or healing. A free action and choose a standard attack power on this card. Excellent. Use the chosen power. So Psychic Blast, Precision Strike, or Energy Explosion. Let's look at Fatality, because if she has Precision Strike up front, yeah. If I could find somebody else, oh yeah, I do have a Pulse Wave because Spectrum has it, but War Machine has an 11 attack. Oh well. Okay, Power Man, you're probably staying right now because you're low points, so I can overlook you. Luke Cage. Moves blocking terrain, destroys blocking terrain. Moves when Luke Cage resolves a move action. His move 4 squares or less, he can make a close combat attack. Why don't you just give him a charge? No. So Luke Cage, you don't have enough, so you gotta go. Alright. That also sort of puts Blue Marvel at a disadvantage now. I don't have any anti-stealth other than excess really right now. So he might end up staying. He might end up making it, people. Blue Marvel might make it for this year. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. All right, so let's look at what we got here. All right. So we're under 3,000 now. So we got one Superman team ability, and it's on the one Superman that I don't like, that I just virtually hate. And yeah. So this might be a dark year for the team, because if I have to play Superman 2 in Blue Marvel, yeah, it might be a hurting year, because oh gosh. Okay, wait, I forgot. John Stewart has improved targeting. John Stewart does have improved targeting, ignores hindering. So it's not a complete loss. Okay. So Fatality also has my hypersonic speed for some more anti-stealth. So I can bank on Fatality and John Stewart. Misty Knight. Alright, so what we'll do is Black Lightning, you're grounded. Triathlon, you're grounded. Captain Marvel. You gotta make your case, Captain Marvel. This is your time. Unipower. Give Captain Universe. Free action, choose one, incapacitate 3 targets. Nope. Telekinesis, nope. Or Power Cosmic. Her last 3 clicks are awesome. Okay, Captain Universe can use probability control. Captain users may use it to reroll a crit hit or crit miss regardless of range or line of fire. Another prob would be nice. I'm sorry, Captain Universe, you gotta go. Too many points, not enough offense, and you don't help the team. enough until like you've taken a crap ton of damage, and then you get good. All right. That took a big weight off. Okay, so okay, so Amanda Waller, we got to reevaluate you, Amanda Waller. We got some outwit. Okay, that's good. We got Suicide Squad. Okay. Free action, choose a friendly character to gain suicide keyword. Okay, this game, Amanda Water can use leadership. When she does this, she may also remove action from friendly character with Suicide Squad keyword within 5 squares, regardless of point value. Okay, here we go. Give Amanda Water free action, choose a friendly character. Yeah, so I could just pick a character to gain Suicide Squad, and I have leadership, and I possibly can take a token off that person. So definitely Amanda Waller has to stay. So now we're really asking ourselves, who has to go? Okay, so Spectrum gotta stay. All right. Didn't think about it. Captain America, you might have to make a case here. Points is tight. We haven't even made the full purge yet. Okay. Still King of the Birds. How did I ever survive with a shield? Willpower, invulnerability, super senses. He brings some tie-up fodder, which will work from a mastermind. Yep, he has to stay. Okay, so okay, so we'll get rid of Bishop. Bishop, you can go. Iron Man, you can go. And I'm going to hold on for Tyrock for a little bit. We might be able to fit him. Exodus stays. Reverse Flash. You give me a Perplex, and then you turn into a hypersonic speeder. That's okay. Probability control until your next turn. No. All right. Reverse Flash, you might be black, but you're definitely blacked off this list. All right, so there we go. Now that takes us under 2,500. Triathlon, Black Lightning, Exodus, Korath, Fatality. Okay, so now we got to start looking at the big hitters. So, War Machine from Invincible Iron Man. We're going to no Indom. Beginning of the game, choose a standard power. Opposing character attacking the War Machine can use a chosen power. Modify its attack and damage values by -1 for that attack. It's not bad. Then I have other War Machine, and he can see through stealth, but he's 75 points more. And he gets energy shield deflection, and he can pick up Pulse Wave, and he has 3 targets and Psychic Blast. That's a huge upgrade for damage output. But that also puts him up against John Stewart, who can get just as good stats except for on defense. So we're going to drop the Invincible Iron Man War Machine, sadly. If you sort of notice, Black Manta hasn't been touched because 11-4 for 125 points. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. I'll take that. Okay, Tyrock, what do you do for me? Give me another Pulse Wave and an end cap and a late dial enhancement. You could be a taxi, 2 target energy explosion. He is a leader, but Tyrock, unfortunately, once again, you are mediocre. And I'm looking for the tally of the 10th. So, no. Tyrock falls off once again. He does not survive the island. Or I could do like the Black History Games. Ah, that's actually better. He does not survive the Black History Games. All right. So I've somewhat doubled down a bit on some of my attackers, but Blue Marvel is, the more I look at him, the more likely he's going to get a nut chucked. Uh, I like my support, being able to heal up and possibly giving the team regeneration, but it's toughness. It's like he's on sidestep, energy explosion, and toughness without wit. That's really not good. Really, I've played him enough. Once he gets off his top click, he's sort of crap. Now he has the ability to come in and be like, bam, 7 damage, which, in all honesty, I really don't have an easy way of doing that. But at his point value and even being power cosmic, nah. So, yeah, he gots to go. Blue Marvel has to go. As soon as I find him on my list. There we go. All right, he's gone. All right, that takes me under 2,000, so I only have 900 points to shave off. So, okay, now we could decide if we want to do the Superman ally Superman or the I build up eventually Superman. And then I will actually be a decent Superman. Do I need more hypersonic speed, super strength? I could. I know that my opponent will at least knock me on to hypersonic speed. The question is, once they knock me on to hypersonic speed, will I be able to stay on hypersonic speed? Or will they just kill me? So versus up front, knowing that, yeah, I have outwit, but I also have Superman TA, and I also have incapacitate. Yeah, we'll come back to that. Superman 2s. You may be kicked off the island, but we don't quite know yet. Nick Fury Jr., you're still there. Power Man, I don't want to kick you yet, but he can get stupid strong or KO'd real quick. Power Man, I'm gonna have to kick you off the island. I got so much outwit. Like Amanda Waller, outwit. Centurus, Perplex, Black Manta. Who else had it? Prob, enhancement with Black Lightning. Yeah. So this might be a first year without a War Machine. It all depends. Okay, so what we'll do is I gotta pick between these Supermans. Superman 2, upfront outwit, stealth busting outwit, running shot incapacitate. I gotta use the freaking, it's a close combat attack. You could use it again as a free action, target the same character hit by the character can't ignore pushing damage this time. Let's see. Let's see. All right, so guaranteed versus unguaranteed, and expensive versus not so expensive. If I had a way of healing him up, Superman 2 would be, from the Fast Forces, would definitely be a go-to. But just like looking at them, let me look at Clicks of Life real quick, because that'll make it easier. Oh yeah, Superman 2, the other one doesn't have any range. No. All right. So no. All right. So we're getting rid of the 121. Yeah. I know someone's screaming like, "Thank you! Finally, he wakes up to how crappy the other Superman was." Okay. So that puts us down to 791 points that we have to get rid of. Okay. All right. So this is when we do a nice little trick, and we copy our list by opening a new tab. So now we've done the easier part of the purge. So if we need to go back and fill in some points, we have some options. Okay, so Misty Knight, Fatality. Yeah, I want to get Misty Knight in here because I want to try to get some more black females in here. Because all I have is like Amanda Waller, Fatality, XS, and then the rest are in Spectrum. Oh, never mind. I'm not doing that bad. So, Misty Knight, you are gone because you just have a leadership, and that won't help me. So Misty Knight's gone, which is sad. She's not bad. It's just it's not what I need. Okay, starting to level out a bit. Korath the Pursuer, should you still be here? Should you still have a place? It's been many years. Charting it, 5 range in cap charge. I already got some outwits. No, so I'm gonna let you go, Korath the Pursuer. Black Lightning, you've been on many a team in the past. Oh, gosh, you're just so... Gosh, what I need for damage with enhancement. You are so what I need. So I'm not going to let you go quite yet, but I might have to let you go, Black Lightning. I might have to let you go. I don't want to. Power and... Yeah, see... Black Lightning and Spectrum together could make any of my major attackers boss. Now, let's see. Let's battle this out some more. All right, so we're going to go put the list. All right, so let's start looking at our ranges again. Jon Stewart, 10 range. Fatality, 8 range. War Machine, 7 range. Black Lightning, 7 range. Captain America, 7 range. Everybody else has a 6 range or less, which sort of blows. Okay, so right now the priorities are going to War Machine, Black Lightning, Jon Stewart, and Fatality. But Fatality is hypersonic speed, so we don't have to worry about that. Now, Superman 2 has a range of 6, which makes his 12 attack end cap not as magically delicious as it was before. But having a 12 attack is the highest attack that I have access to. And with some enhancements, that turns into a 12 attack 4 damage without wit. But then also, I can look at like some of my other characters here, like War Machine, who with 1 perplex goes into a 12 attack 4 damage. Now, if we compare points, War Machine by far is winning. We look at points, he's way more expensive. But also, War Machine has more power selection with Pulse Wave, and then he also has just straight up just better damage values, plus he has access to traded energy shield deflection. So, I think I've sort of talked myself out of Superman 2. So, the Purge has happened some more. Superman 2 did not make it. It's sad. And this is going a little faster than I thought it was going to go. I thought I was going to be struggling a bit more. All right, so let's keep going. Now, we're primarily like range based. I got 2 hypersonic speeders. I got to get rid of 506 points. I could do the easy dump of getting rid of War Machine, but we're not going to do that. Did play Fatality and Jon Stewart last year, so they are potentials to go, but I know someone's yelling, you can't get rid of Jon Stewart. He's the savior of the team, and you're right, so I can't get rid of Jon Stewart. I can't get rid of Fatality either, because that's just too good. Like, it's just too good. But the problem comes in is that if you sort of just round up, Fatality 200 points, Jon Stewart 200 points, and then War Machine 200 points. That's 600 points. That gives you 400 points of backup support. And then if you look at Captain America, that's, another 150, so that puts you at 750. I mean, you're just sort of rounding around, and you're like, yeah, it's forceful, but it's not clean. So we gotta make some decisions. So Black Mana might not make it. He might. Oh gosh! Every time I look at him, I'm like, oh gosh, so good. Like, I hate to say it, like he and Captain America might have to fight it out. They're gonna have to fight it out. So let's look at it. 3 clicks of running shot with Black Manta. 2 clicks of running shot with Cap. Okay, precision strike versus always generating knockback. Yeah, okay, I'll take precision strike. Energy shield deflection with the 18D with willpower and Denvon. And super senses. Yeah, that's way better than. Yeah, that's way better. In 1 click invul, a lot of toughness. And he does have a regen click, though. Yeah, that's good. He has regen clicks, but he also gets Blaze Claw's fangs, and his damage goes down to 2. Goes to 4, 3 clicks of 3. I got 4 clicks, actually 5 clicks of 3 and 1 click of 2. Black Mana is 1 click longer. But I have Flurry. And I have overall higher attack values with Cap. Ooh. Transporter. Just like hypersonic speed. But that would dump me down to a 9. So Black Manta, unexpected loss, is gone from the Black History Month games. He was on there last year, I believe. I haven't checked the history books, so yeah, this is definitely getting interesting, getting very interesting, people. We are getting down to the last 381 points I have to get rid of. Now, some people might say, easy, get rid of Triathlon. There's some easy points right there. Getting rid of Triathlon is possible. Yeah, it's possible because a nice charge flurry interception to hang out there, and yeah, I can see that. So, considering 3D Man I gotta play him. He's getting rid of shape change and stealth, which allows for. Truthfully, that makes War Machine a lot better, and I don't have to think about. I never had to think about Superman 2 anyway. So yeah, so I get rid of Triathlon. Run 3D Man. Now my prime slot is taken, so there you go. All right, so update. So now I need to get rid of 321 now. All right, so now I gotta admit, if you're playing a 1,500 point game, I would really recommend this because this is actually like pretty solid here. Because I have Centurus, I have Amanda Waller, Prize Support, Fatality, John Stewart, Excess, Black Lightning, 3D Man, War Machine, Spectrum, Cap Falcon, Nick Fury Jr., and Coldcast. Like, that is a really good team, and you could just add in a few other figures, and you could take on a Colossal with that. Like, that's not bad jazz right there. Add in a resource. It's not bad. Now, here's one thing. I'm actually seriously thinking if I retailer everything and put in a vehicle so that I can put, like, War Machine inside. Because then that would, War Machine. Because then that would give me access to 11 attack, 4 damage with a 7 range. With a 7 range. And I could protect him for a little bit. Anyway, so let's just keep going. So Coldcast is giving me TK, which nobody else is giving me TK. Nick Fury you know, he could just counter powers. He could just be like, you can't use it. Which I know I'm not going to face a Super Scroll, but crap. I mean, if I deal with a Flash or something, I might be able to do something about it. I don't know. Spectrum. That's another pulse wave, but she sees a lot of utility. Exus has to say because I don't have any other probs, and I have no other probs, and so it's most likely I'm going to have to lose if I play the slowpoke game. Nah, okay, so I'm going to get rid of Nick Fury Jr. I don't want to, but I am. And then that gives me 241 points. Ooh, this is when it hurts. And I knew I should have asked for a 1,500 point game, but I didn't. Okay. Black Lightning. You're my damage, homie. You're my damage. You help my damage so much. Oh, gosh. Okay, so let's see here. Black Lightning versus Spectrum. Black Lightning has running shot. Spectrum doesn't. Black Lightning has energy explosion. Spectrum has pulse wave. Which, if clump, technically Black Lightning can do more damage. But Spectrum, 3 squared pulse wave, yeah. Okay, Black Lightning has access to like a poisonish power. And when Black Lightning is hit by a close combat attack, an action resolve, deal the attacker 1 damage. Yeah, and he has energy shield. Yeah. But I can have access to power enhancement or willpower. They're both the same amount of clicks. Spectrum gives regen and gives me PD. Ooh, that's more utility. That's way more utility. So, ooh, that sucks. So, yeah. So, we're going to have to get rid of Black Lightning. I would love to have another enhancement. Definitely to help out John Stewart. So that he can just do like a 12-6. Gosh, that would be awesome. But, unfortunately, no. So, yeah. So get rid of Black Lightning. Now I know some of you like, you can downgrade John Stewart, you know, and it's like, no, we're not downgrading John Stewart to shave points. Okay. Okay. Spectrum. So I have 150 points left, and I sort of wish I still had that Superman on, so I could just be like, Superman's done, gone, and I'm great. So, okay. Waller. You do too much good stuff for me, Amanda Waller. You allow me to take tokens off of War Machine, Amanda Waller. Gosh, that's something I need. Coldcast. You might get voted off the island. You might get voted off the island. Okay, a fight I didn't think I would have to do. I have to assess my attackers again. Okay, so My main attackers, because Coldcast has to stay like he just does. Like there's too many cats I have to track down, and if I have to deal with the freaking Shazam, I need Coldcast. So like he has to say. Now some people might say like bomb Centurus so hard, but Centurus gives me a minor shenanigan, and Centurus, I need a perplex, like just one perplex, bump up attack. I need one. Okay, he's not bad. He's not the best either. So yeah. 3D man, I need to get rid of shape change. Plus he has hypersonic speed, so he helps out. So yeah. Okay, so let's look at our attackers one more time and try to figure out which one of our attackers are going to get purged. So up on the block, Fatality. She was an MVP last year, did solid work, KO'd a lot of figures, did a lot of good stuff. Fortunately, she got taken out every game, like literally every game. So yeah. Then John Stewart, which he's a little soft. Like I gotta be honest on that. He's a little soft, and I need to find out if I can use a construct, because if so, I'm using the wall construct so fast if I can fit it. If not, the decoy, or at least the nurse. So yeah. Then there is War Machine. No willpower whatsoever. No willpower whatsoever, but gives me the most amount of flexibility, Swiss Army knife goodness. And last but not least, Captain America. Now, it's easy to note that out of all of them, Captain America is the softest. Pure and simple. He comes in at a mighty 6 clicks deep, where everybody else is rocking an 8 or a 9. No, at 8. Sorry, rocking an 8. So he's 2 clicks shorter than all the other dials, which can really matter in higher point games. He is also rather cheap. And his damage output is nowhere near as high as the others. He does have Precision Strike, but so does War Machine, technically. But he also has Energy Shield Deflection with an 18, whereas War Machine has Energy Shield Deflection with a 17. And he has Super Senses and Willpower, where War Machine does not have Willpower. He's really dependent on Amanda Waller to survive. So Hmm. 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 Okay. So let's also assess real quick our support, because I don't want to be down at 3 attackers. I really like having 4 attackers at 1,000 points, and just sort of being like blah 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 blah. You're dead. I should be able to burst down anything with at that level. Amanda Waller and Excess. If I could find a cheaper prob than Excess, that's also a black person and not like a robot thing, that would be great. But I don't think I can. And only having one prob, that really does suck. Coldcast, I need you, Coldcast. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we're going to have to bite the bullet and bite it hard. Because if I get rid of Amanda Waller, gosh, Amanda Waller, you're so good. You're so good. And I can give freaking War Machine willpower. Oh. Oh. Oh, gosh. This hurts me so much. Oh, gosh. I thought he was a shoo-in. Oh, gosh. Oh. Because if I get rid of Captain America, I still don't get rid of. I have to get rid of somebody else. Oh. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get rid of Captain America. I know this it hurts because if I get my only other option is I get rid of War Machine, and if I get rid of War Machine, I get rid of really my only solid pulse wave option. So Captain America, you go bye bye. I am at 1020. And then ooh, uh, oh gosh, this hurts so bad. Okay, Coldcast is safe. Here's what's up on the chopping block. We got Spectrum. I know everybody's like, cut Spectrum, bring back Korath the Pursuer. Exus is safe because she's prob and there's Centurus. Okay, so uh, if we look at it, Spectrum gives me that lovely enhancement that I need. Centurus gives me a perplex. So they both modify stat, except Centurus can modify by +2 for attack. Spectrum can give me PD and enhancement at the same time. So neutral. Okay, so that rocks neutral. Clicks of life, Spectrum's one more. Okay. Pulse wave, decent attacks, versus I can't be targeted by my opponent's perplexes, which could be pretty good. So toughness, actually reduce down damage. Energy shield deflection can actually avoid damage. Regen, no regen. Centurus, I thought this was your year. You've lasted long in the Black History Month games. I've been wanting to play you for a while, and you just couldn't make it. Not that I favor Spectrum because she's a woman, but just pure out PD plus enhancement. It's just too good. It's too good. We are now sitting at a lovely 949. So I have 50 points that I can play. Or try to bring in a vehicle. And I can bring in the Avengers Sky Cycle. It's like, yay. That's awesome. Which actually it could be good because it could protect Coldcast. He'll protect Coldcast. And then he can running shot 10 attack, 3 damage from inside of the Avengers Sky Cycle. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're looking at it for our basic team for 1,000 points. We're looking at uh, Amanda Waller heading up the team. She got her misfits. We have Fatality revealing the Power Cosmic Ring of Love with Jon Stewart flexing his willpower. We have Exus with From the Future bringing probability control. We have 3D Man giving us hypersonic speed. Another speedster sort of in there, allowing us to also get past shape change. But he can also perplex himself. Yeah, he has a chance of hurting himself too, but that's okay. War Machine with the best technology that Stark Industries has. Spectrum, showing that she can manipulate the light fields and be useful. And Coldcast, a brutish rogue that works for the Justice League Elite. Also, push off a TK in the barrier. And another Pulse Wave, so guess that's the theme. Running Shot, Precision Strike, Pulse Wave. And Psychic Blast. Oh, gosh. Amanda Waller, I have no mastermind fodder for you whatsoever. So, I know at this point it's going to sound a little disjuncted, but pretty much what ended up happening is I was planning on having this up on Friday. Stuff happened. Couldn't get it up on Friday. Saturday now recording, so the game's already happened. So I sort of thought I should let you know how this all turned out. So the final lineup was Amanda Waller, Coldcast, War Machine, because I do remember things. And let's see, Amanda Waller, Fatality, Jon Stewart, XS, 3D Man, War Machine, Spectrum, Coldcast, and I put in the 50-point Nick Fury from the Fast Forces. There we go. Now, initially I was going to put in vehicles and some other things, but then folks got on me that saying I was cheating. Then on top of that, one person in particular was saying that XS and Fatality do not count because they're aliens. And I was like, really? Also looking back, I think Steel was in Superman, Wonder Woman, so I sort of forgot about that. But Steel sucks because they never make Steel good. Show me a good Steel. Really, like, show me a good Steel. You can't. So anyway, anyway, so pretty much the first game, I went against the guy who was playing Wonders of the World, and I pretty much beat that team definitively, except I didn't kill the Atom at 300, but he was on his last click when time was called. The second team I played was a Stark Industries team, so that was interesting. He played the full 300-point Hulkbuster. And I admit, I've talked crap on the Hulkbuster, because I don't like it. But having to fight a Hulkbuster with a Bethany Cabe and a Rescue perplexing up and modifying his defense to a 22, and you don't have any way of like seriously getting his defense down, yeah, that sucks. That sucks. So he had a War Machine and three Iron Legions. Yeah, 3 Iron Legions. So let's just say that game was rough only because he picked a map that had walls for me to hide behind. If he had picked an open map, I would have been dead. So dead. This team couldn't have taken that assault of a War Machine with 3 enhancements followed up by 3 enhancements on a Hulkbuster. And then, of course, on top of all that, the actual Iron Legion taking shots themselves. So, yeah, no, that wasn't happening. So I actually won by killing literally everything else but Hulkbuster when time was called. And then in the final round, I faced my great friend, Mega Lotus Man, who ended up playing a Sinestro Corps theme team. And it was like the not the fast forces, the what is it? An action pack? What the heck do they call it? Sinestro. Both Parallaxes from War of Light, Despotellis, and Weaponer. It was a close game. It was 250 to 230. No, 240. 241 time was called. I lost. So, yeah, that sucked. We played it out until the end, and I still lost the game. It was just close. Unfortunately, neither of us really had good die rolls, so that didn't help things either. Some lessons learned. Number one, Jon Stewart is a boss, and if I do Modern Age next year, he will be missed because that was like 90% of my damage was Jon Stewart. Fatality when she hit was good. Excess, it sucks because that is your only prob for Black History Month. If you do Modern Age, if you do Golden Age, of course, you have like other options like Brother Voodoo, which is far superior to Excess, which I would rather have Brother Voodoo than Excess because Excess really doesn't have any damage. None whatsoever. And at her price point, she's way too expensive. Even with the Speed Force mechanic, she can't up her damage. And that really sucks. But you really look at Excess, and she's really just a glorified taxi. Now, where it did come in handy was the fact that Jon Stewart ignores characters for taking shots. I was able to use Excess as like this wall to block off people from probbing or even perplexing down Jon Stewart. And Jon Stewart just takes shots, like so many shots, and using that PDTA. So yeah, like that part is worthwhile. War Machine, mixed bag. With Amanda Waller taking tokens off of him, great. No Amanda Waller taking tokens off of him, a lot slower. You're either pushing and taking a good chunk of pushing damage, or yeah, you're taking a lot of pushing damage. And when you get hit, you're going to wish that you didn't take all that pushing damage. Definitely once you start getting to the toughness part of his dial. The attack fall off, that hurts. It hurt more than I thought. Being able to pick Pulse Wave, Psychic Blast, or Precision Strike multiple times came in handy. I Pulse Waved. I don't think I ever Pulse Waved, but I did Psychic Blast and Precision Strike multiple times. I'm going to tell you straight up, best utility MVP Spectrum. By far. Like, Spectrum pulled out wins. Allow me to pull out wins. Definitely a character that you want to remember for your Black History Month teams, in the future. The reason is she carries whoever you need out front. She's PD for your wild card. And then once she sets up in position, she's like, yeah, I'm going to be range. I'm going to use enhancement. I'm going to use empower. And then, oh, nope, I have willpower. So I pick willpower. So I'm going to have my enhancement. I'm going to let you do all your stuff. Now I'm going to pick willpower and take a shot. Like, it's literally that good if you know how to play her. The only frustration I have is like there's no move and attack, and you really don't want to push her. You just really don't want to push her. Coldcast, he'll be on the team next year if I remember. Only for one main reason, he's just got TK. There's really no other reason. Now, it did get funny at the end that Coldcast did sidestep and close combat expert people. And so that was sort of amusing. But other than that, no. Nick Fury at 50 points. He was mainly there for shield TA. Like, in all honesty, he was just there for shield TA. And I know I could have carded Shield to excess, but I didn't want to just token her for no reason when she could just follow up and do stuff. A surprise hit, 3D Man. Being able to perplex up his damage once, his attack twice, and making it a 13. He hit a lot of things that normally he wouldn't have hit if he didn't have perplex. Taking away people's shape change, remembering that is important. But even then, I don't think I faced any like serious shape change. But I like it. I really do like it for what he has. I do also see like sniper rifle on the homie. Sniper rifle on the homie, because he definitely can. He needs it. Like if you're able to just like zip him in or out with a sniper rifle, like gosh, that's money. Amanda Waller never really came into play the way I wanted Amanda Waller to come into play. So for me, it was okay. I took tokens off of War Machine, and that was really about it. She outwitted a few times. The Suicide Squad TA didn't really come into play. Now, if you're playing Golden Age, Bronze Tiger is black, if you didn't know. Her and Bronze Tiger together, that's stupid. That's stupid strong. Like that is some good stuff. But you want some more Suicide Squad stuff to go off. And in particular, in all honesty, I forgot about Suicide Squad. It goes off of just anybody dying on the field, not just somebody with the team ability. Having Captain America with his birds and Falcon, the pigeons and Falcon, actually is a better deal. Just all honesty, because it would allow you to like just get some healing up. And definitely if you can find another good African American wild card, which I can't think of right now, because I'm tired and on 5 hours sleep. So definitely overall I had fun. It was sort of disappointing that 5 years in a row the team has failed to win the tournament. Perform well, like it's always well, but not as good as I can do for the point values. And I think that's what's frustrating for me is at 1,000 points, I can make murderous teams. Like, I wouldn't say to make my opponent cry, but make my opponent really feel like they can't do anything. With this, there's a lot more risk that I had to put up. I also had to be a lot more conscious of my tokening than I do on a lot of my other teams. Because it's real easy for you to catch Fatality John Stewart in War Machine with 2 tokens. It just is. You know, and then you're sort of stuck like, oh, I really hope 3D Man makes this hit, because if not, I am completely screwed. You know, Nick Fury Jr. is okay, but most of the time he lands one attack and then he gets killed. So, I mean, he's 50 points. So I'm like, yeah, what do you expect? So, that's pretty much it. I thought you guys would want to know what happened. And so this is where we do the time warp again, and I cut and paste my previous closing. All right, that's today's show. I know, like, some of you might say, like, a little lame ending, but so that's it. You can email me at startingoverpodcast@gmail.com. That's startingoverpodcast@gmail.com. If you wish to opine, keep it piffy, keep it interesting, keep it awesome, baby. You can follow me on Twitter at startoverpod. It came from outer space. And you can buy my shirt with the link below. And since everything's up in HC Realms, I should have the buy list for World's Finest here up shortly. Well, within the next couple of days. All right, that's it. Thank you for listening. And remember, we all have to start over sometime.